Welcome to the Marshall stage, the back of the Marshall factory. Today we've been joined on the stage by Björn. Welcome, Björn.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming to see us. You're over here.
It's a pleasure.
With the band, touring at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great that you've taken time out to come over and see us.
I was really curious before, and this is a really nice opportunity for me to see everything from the start to finish, basically.
That's right. It's the first time you've been to the factory, isn't it?
So first time.
What do you think of the facilities here, the factory?
I think what's so amazing is that everything is handmade. Everything. I thought you would outsource some things, but everything is done here, and it's amazing.
I think it is. I think the people who work here, they put a lot of care into their job, and it comes through in the products. With
everything, basically. I mean, everything from, as you said earlier, it's got 3 or 4 points of error checking, or what do you call it? It makes a difference, obviously.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, welcome to the factory. The tour at the moment, you've had a couple of days. You've been Glasgow, Birmingham, Manchester.
Well, let me have a look. The tour hasn't been running for that long yet. So we did 3 shows.
Three shows, yeah.
Tomorrow's London.
That's correct.
Yep.
So how are the 3 gone? What are the fans like over here?
Well, it's been really good, but it's always a bit messy the first couple of days on a tour because we tend to swap around the set list a lot in the beginning to find something that is solid, that feels good, and then you can do small changes in the set. But the first couple of days, it's kind of chaotic. But it's fun, We brought out stuff that we haven't ever played live. Some of the songs, and some of the songs were never made to be played live. They were just this is awesome on the record.
Right, these are the studio albums.
Yeah, well, we want to bring out something new. A lot of the people that see us have seen us before, and they might want to see something new. And also, it's really fun for us, doing something slightly different than the 30 songs that we played for a couple of years now.
No, absolutely, So the fans come and see you. If you're playing different stuff.
It's always cool. You have a couple of songs you need to play, sort of that makes the set solid, but then you can fool around a little bit with other songs, and it's fun. Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. You've got quite a big back catalogue, haven't you? Was it 9 albums?
We do. 9.
9?
Plus EPs and shit. No. So
there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, 130 odd songs or something like that.
So who makes that decision? What you get together and...
Well, that's one of the problems, that we all 5 make that decision. And everybody thinks their will is final, and it never is. So it's... as I said, it's chaotic in the beginning, but
it works out.
After a while, you kind of feel this part here, this chunk is really good. We got a good flow to the set, and this part is not so good, so we try to alter it, as we go. Right.
But you haven't always played guitar, have you?
No. Well, I've always played guitar, but not as a member in Flames, no. I started out as a drummer, actually, in the band.
That's right, yeah.
Basically, because that's what was needed at the time. I happen to know a little bit of drumming, but I was never any good. I never said I was good at it, but the other guys in the band were worse. So I think I did, and we did a couple of albums. It was a lot of fun recording. It was a bitch playing live, though. It's nothing. I mean, I'd rather work out, and I don't, but I'd rather work out for hours. Than playing drums live, because it's a lot of work, and it's pretty much the whole foundation together with the bass. That's the foundation of every song, of a whole live set, So everything is really up to you if it's going to be a good or bad show.
A lot of pressure on there.
Oh yeah, it sucked. Now with Daniel, our drummer, and Peter, the bass player, it's the best foundation you can have. Me and Jesper, we can go have a coffee break basically, or play something totally wrong. And nobody would really notice, which is it's a good.
Not that you do that, though.
No,
of course not.
But it's really comforting. It makes you really relaxed on stage. You have the most solid foundation in the band already. So I'm really happy I swapped. I switched to guitar. Yeah.
Well, so am I, because obviously you got great taste in amplification as well.
Yeah, it took a couple of years before I could actually get my hands on a decent amp. So I'm very happy now. Extremely happy.
And using the JVM at the moment?
Yep.
And enjoying that?
Very much so. In different constellations, I mean, it's packing all the distortion you can ever possibly need. It's got brilliant tone in it. And also the clean sound, because usually if you find an amp which is packing all the distortion you need, the clean side is always, it's not rubbish, but it's not there. You know, it's okay. We need a clean channel as well.
Right. So
This one is
compromise
really,
a little bit.
yeah, it's always a compromise, but with this one is not. You know, you get a brilliant, really warm tube sound from the clean, and I really enjoy it. Even the crew likes it, and that's probably saying something. Yeah.
Excellent. And you use a little practice amp as well for warming up before you go on.
Yep.
Your LMG15.
Yeah, man. It's driving everybody in the band crazy, but I love it. It's perfect. It's a perfect shape. It's once again, it's packing the distortion that you need, because there's really no point in having an amp if it's not sort of replicating something like what you're doing live. You know, it needs to be somewhere near what you're doing most of the time. So, and this little amp is really doing that.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
All right,
so
thank
short
you.
interview
Thanks for having
with
us.
the website, but appreciate that, and hope you enjoy the rest of the tour.
Oh, I will.
And
I'm definite.
I'm going to hopefully come down and see you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cheers.
make sure you do, man.
Thank you, Bjorn.